And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing episode 77. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good to hear. Also in studio, Mr. Ross Lyskoka, as well as Matt Carney. How are you, sirs?
Doing great.
I'm doing okay. I'm slightly injured. I'm actually currently looking at what the hell's going on with your arms there, Ross.
Oh, so my sister got that Malinois,
Yeah.
and our version of playing is him chewing on me and me wrestling with him.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to look.
What?
Oh, yes. The
There is a camera.
fun puppy bites. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I actually saw that dog up in the goat field the other day, and I was like, oh, that's the one. Gotcha.
I think you saw Jerry, because Ace doesn't go in the
Okay.
in the field.
Then it was that one then.
Maybe. Well, Jerry's the goat, but he is very. They're very similarly colored. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I saw a dog.
Yeah, I don't know. Ace doesn't go in the field, so Mattis would not enjoy that.
No. Okay. I don't know. I saw a dog for sure, a brown dog in the goat pasture.
Well, it has been very rainy, so one of the Pyrenees could have been a very dirty dog, which would have been very brown.
I believe you. God bless.
Thank you.
So today we actually have a few things to discuss, a couple of flies. The three of you,
Yeah.
not me, went up to camp to fish, did some other things, I suppose. So we're going to cover a few things there. Anything else, sir?
I don't think so.
I do have a little bit of a information.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, I was listening, actually I was watching a video and a report on central Pennsylvania, and I have told Ross, since I've known him, that there are no stoneflies in Spring Creek.
Yeah.
Today, while watching this video of a fishing report, the guide who was giving the report stated that he saw 2 brown stonefly nymphs flying above the water.
In Spring Creek.
On Spring Creek, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. And evidently the stream continues to recover. As actually I heard a report a couple of years ago, and this report shows up every few years, that they want to allow catch and keep on Spring Creek
Oh, wow.
because the creek has gotten so much better. So it's evidently, I mean, they've discussed it. They've not voted on it or anything, but it's not something that I would enjoy. But that was about the stoneflies, and then I do have one of the flies we're discussing today is a black quill.
Yeah.
And we had a rather long, loud discussion about this over the weekend.
I believe it.
Jim didn't believe they existed.
I had never seen one, and again, unless my lion eyes, I lay them on them, I'm not going to believe they're out there.
Right.
But today, reading a stream report from Penns Creek, they said that the black quills were indeed hatching.
Wonderful. Look at that.
Yes, so I'm enlightened myself through this podcast, so I hope it's helping everyone else out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least with Spring Creek, that was...
That's
Like,
very good news.
Yeah, for years, I mean, everybody and their brother had mentioned how polluted it was.
Yes, it was.
I know the state of Pennsylvania's put a whole lot of money and effort into reclaiming it.
Mm-hmm.
That's great to see that
Right.
There's actual marked progress
Right.
versus just the stream looks better, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. And I also mentioned that when we first moved to our cabin on Fishing Creek, you rarely, if ever, saw green drakes. You'd see an occasional coffin fly, but rarely. But throughout the years, it has now gotten some more areas where there's some silt, and green drakes now hatch off our stretch of Fishing Creek.
That's awesome.
So change is evidently nonstop. So
Yeah. Well,
some is for the better and some's for the worse. But
right. Well, like you were saying today, every day the stream's a completely new stream. So.
absolutely, yeah, it's always different.
For our listeners, though, can you explain the difference between a green drake and a coffin fly?
Well, the green drake is the adult dun, and the coffin fly is actually the spinner.
Okay.
When most people realize after you fish green drakes for just a couple of years, you're far better off imitating the spinner or the coffin fly, as the green drakes generally come off in numbers that are just staggering. And who's going to pick your fly is one of the problems with that.
Right.
So coffin drake, or the coffin fly, is the more prevalent and the most used pattern.
Got it. That was
Okay.
absolutely. I just know some of our, the one listener that gives me feedback on things. She's like, I know you guys all know it, but I don't exactly know it. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's better to be more informed than less, I suppose.
Sure. Ask questions.
yeah.
We might be able to answer. I'm not saying that we're
Oh, I can
experts.
answer them, but
Yeah. We'll hopefully give you the right information, is
Right.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
If not, we'll correct it.
yeah.
eventually.
As soon as we read a stream report saying that stoneflies are back in Spring Creek.
Yeah.
Or see a black quill in Ross's hand.
Yeah. 2 of them, actually. I got
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
photographic evidence. I got yelled
Nice.
at for the first one because I smushed the wings.
Ah,
It was very hard to identify because it no longer looked anything like a mayfly.
Right. Yeah.
No tails, wings crumpled, body snapped in half.
I snagged it out of the air.
calm down, Lenny.
I can't help
We'll get it.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
Wow, what a Grapes of Wrath effort.
Yeah.
Unexpected from you two.
Yeah, that was one book that we had to read in high school.
It clearly left an imprint on your life.
Well, I mean, when you get
the
an
movie was
obnoxiously, yeah, the movie was better. You're not wrong, but when you have an obnoxiously large handicap man, we'll say, that makes the quote, "Tell me about the rabbits, George," before he gets shot in the head.
Yeah. That's
It's-
impactful.
It'll leave your little mark on your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially his. Yeah.
That's funny. Spoiler alert, by the way, if nobody's read The Grapes of Wrath yet. So,
Don't know why they wouldn't have. It's only been out for, I think, in excess of 100 years now,
couldn't tell you.
give or take.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
That's not the
I
name of that
believe it.
book.
No, not maybe
Of
90
Mice
years.
and Men.
Of Mice and Men.
What?
That's the name of the book.
Oh, the Grapes of Wrath is the other one that John Steinbeck wrote.
Oh,
I mixed them up.
yeah, no. As soon as you said that and he agreed or he doubled down, I'm like, that's wrong. I don't know why I know that. I shouldn't.
Yeah. No, you are correct.
Of all of us,
Mice and
I
Men.
shouldn't be me.
But you were the right one. Yeah,
right.
it's probably about 80 to 90 years old because it was about the Dust Bowl,
Oh, okay. Yeah, wait.
which was in the 30s.
Makes sense.
So
But anyway,
Yeah.
so did you want to go ahead and talk about your trip up to camp this week, or did you want to dive into a fly early since we already kind of brought it up?
well,
With,
we'll cover camp pretty quickly. It was a moderately uneventful trip.
Yes.
Ross is the only one that did any real fishing.
Yeah, I got up. I went up early Friday because I was off work, and since I was going to be there early, I decided to hit Pence Creek on the way up, and I did marginally good. More than 2, not more than a dozen, but I caught some nice fish. The water quality was a little lacking, but just the right amount of green tinge to make the make the trout less choosy about your flies.
Yeah.
So I got done probably 1:30.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
that was on your way up to the camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I was going up early, and he wasn't getting up there till later on, like around dinner time. So I figured, you know what the hell? I don't get a lot of chances to hit this water, so I will.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How was the competition?
It was pretty packed in all the areas that were easy to drive to.
Yeah.
So there's that one spot down there. I mean, it's pretty famous. There's that bridge in the tunnels.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't actually name it. Slacking on me. But I parked there and just beat feet way down street, or I guess way out
You were, I don't know what that end of it's really called. We always enter on the Popatty State Park side. We usually win that way. We walk a long way, but we seem to beat crowds that way. Every time I've been when you started, it's always been a madhouse.
Well, I was hoping, on a Friday,
Yeah.
in the morning it wouldn't be
Yeah.
too packed, but a lot of guys were out. And then as I was getting out, that local fly shop runs some guides through there, and
Oh, yeah.
I hit that parking lot. And I was going to fish more, but the guide was looking at the creek while his clients were getting rigged up and ready to go.
Yeah.
And he said, I was going to drop in here, but there's a guy down, in the water, so we'll move up. And I heard him because I was kind of eavesdropping. And
Sure.
I said, you know what, for that, like, you're choosing to pick a different spot. Like, I'm done anyways. Have at it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, those are the guides that we can appreciate.
yeah.
Like, just
Yeah, I was tired and hungry already, so
I've already fished here. You're welcome to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, did pretty good on like I'll call it a black leech and balanced leech. That's the name of it.
Okay.
Sorry. So yeah, black balanced leech. I did rather well. So that's the only fly I used all day because it kept working. So
Oh, sure.
figured
Yeah.
why not? Why change it?
Why change?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then, we just went to Hublersburg for dinner. Good as always.
Again?
Again. And then no prime rib this time, though.
What you get to?
I got the Hoobie burger.
They have their own burgers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It has their special, I think it's spicy garlic ranch sauce.
Oh.
It's banging.
That's pretty tasty.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but that was pretty much it. Went back to camp, had some alcohols, went to bed, had high aspirations. Earlier this week, I hurt my leg again. So I had high aspirations of, getting a good night's sleep and whatnot. I'd heal up. I did not heal.
No, he was pretty banged up in the morning, so we ended up
Went to Paradise.
go down to the Paradise because figured, you know what, if there's two people that can't walk as well and can't wade, like, we'll just go down there and
Yeah, Hobbles and Wobbles.
yeah.
Yep.
They what, you fished for probably
I fished for about 2 hours, and then
Yeah.
my knee was basically like, okay, we're done standing, dude.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I was just because of the weather. I didn't even gear up. I thought about the time I gear up, it's going to start raining and all that other stuff. So I just kind of did some walking, and I was having some diabetes issues at the same time. So
Diabetes.
I just all weekend I kind of observed
Right.
and just didn't really do much. Of course, we didn't catch any fish, or did we catch any fish?
We didn't catch any fish once you and I showed up. We brought the bad juju.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like the rain brought the bad.
Well, that's probably true, but
A lot of rain, a lot of cool weather, turning to cold weather today. It was just wasn't a great weekend.
Yeah, the rain hit hard yesterday. I was actually at a college baseball game. My wife's cousin plays for a college down in the Pittsburgh area, and he was playing against. So it was Seton Hill and IUP,
Oh, nice.
or not IUP, Cal U. Sorry, Cal U.
Seton Hill?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
out in Greensburg.
I thought that was an all-girls school.
No,
What is the one?
there's a Seton Hill and there's Seton Hall. Seton
Seton
Hall
Hall.
is another base. It's a baseball school
Well, yeah,
up north.
It's a southern school.
I thought.
Well,
I
think
believe
it's
you.
New Jersey.
I thought it was Jersey.
Yeah, I thought it was in the Carolinas.
No.
No.
Be wrong.
Anyway, so we were over at where the Wild Things play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Down in the Pittsburgh area.
Washington.
Yeah, over there. And it started raining second game, about fourth inning, give or take. And then the weather just went from, nice, sunny, getting a good tan, to dark, gloomy, rainy, and cold in minutes.
Yeah.
And then today, even the Pirates game got rain delayed yesterday for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I was telling you guys about it. But and then we went left there. But long story short, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Goes from gorgeous to terrible.
I was cutting the grass before you come over today, Ross, and it started snowing as I'm cutting grass.
It was snowing on
It
the
was
drive
80
home.
degrees yesterday or the day before, and it was snowing today while I'm cutting grass.
Yep. We ran into that in the ride home. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Temperature dropped 20 degrees in 20 miles. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I love Pennsylvania. Don't get me wrong, and I appreciate that we have seasons. I
Yeah.
just didn't wish I wish we didn't have all four in the same week.
Right.
In a day.
Yeah.
In the same day.
Would be nice to have just a little consistency.
Yeah. Quick question though before we move on. Your black leech, balanced leech is what you call it?
Black balanced leech.
Gotcha. What is the difference between that and like your general woolly bugger?
Primarily, so the balanced portion, they tie an extension with like a bead head. So instead of you putting the bead head around the eye of the hook, they'll tie it to a piece of wire or something and stick it out past the hook eye, so it kind of rides a little more horizontal in the water and suspends a little bit more.
Yeah, because your hooking point is closer to the middle than it is on like just a normal beadhead woolly bugger.
Yeah. And the other primary difference is it's made, at least the ones I've fished with, are made primarily out of like a zonker material, like a rabbit.
Rabbit strip.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's, other than that, it's black and buggy looking. So
Very mobile, moving.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Especially the balanced thing. I never thought that would be a big difference in the flies, but apparently it is, because
A lot of guys.
Oh, I see. I see what
a lot of guys use the like a balanced egg sucking leech for steelhead.
yeah, and I have a feeling that's when you're Googling like trout streamers and stuff, and I'm tying my own patterns, like it's kind of hard for me still to pinpoint what's an actual steelhead pattern or like a cutthroat. Trout's a trout in my opinion. Like,
absolutely.
they're all going to eat something that looks similar, but
What size were you using?
I was using a size 8.
That's a big streamer. For
Yeah, but it was a not an extra wide one though, just a longer. I figured with the leech body, it would be a little bit better to have that hooking up point, or I guess the gap, the width,
The hook.
between the shank and the hook.
Yeah, the gap.
The gap, having the hook gap further back on the body, so when they'd come up and T-bone it almost, it would be a little better to have a longer hook than a shorter one.
I'm trying to like understand what you're saying. So that's the bead head is in front of where the eyelet per se is. Not eyelet, but the hole where you tie onto.
The hook eye.
Yeah.
The hook eye, thank you. And then the hook just sits back further on the fly. I see.
Yep.
So it's a woolly bugger, but with a extension on the face per se, on the bead.
Kind of, for lack of a better term.
It's hard to word. Words are hard.
Yeah. Well, that and the leech is going to have more of a pronounced head. So,
Yeah.
Like with a woolly bugger, it's kind of a similar width the whole way up the fly, minus the tail. With the leeches, they tend to put more material around, like where the hackle would go. Mm-hmm. They'll wrap a zonker strip or whatever they're tying it with around the head, so it kind of creates a more tapered body.
Yeah. Okay.
Because leeches generally are bigger around the mouth area than like in real life.
Yeah, like teardrop shaped almost.
Yeah.
This is the best way to put it.
Okay. Gotcha. That was just my question on that.
Yeah. Well, you guys actually met somebody pretty cool.
We did when you abandoned us and went fishing upstream.
I was just fishing, man. I turned her. I felt bad. They
Well, the cripples sat in the car for a while, and then we left.
Well, I didn't sit in the car for a while. I sat on the picnic bench. Yeah, we met the manager of Precision Fly and Tackle. They took over Fisherman's Paradise,
The fly shop. Yeah.
the fly shop Fisherman's Paradise in State College, and then kind of I don't want to say rebranded it, but a different company bought it, and it's another. I think they have 4 or 5 locations across the
At
state.
least 4. Yeah.
But yeah, we met that guy. He was very knowledgeable, kind of giving us pointers on how to be more successful, and kind of felt bad because it was like, well, I'm kind of done, unfortunately, because my leg is kaput.
The guy that's fishing is already fishing upstream.
Well, I was gonna message you to say, hey, you should come meet this guy. He's a really good guy. Got a lot of information, but you were nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was in the zone fishing through, and I looked up, and I was like, oh shit, where did they go?
I've done that a few too many times in places where I was unfamiliar with, and then I was like, I'll wait.
Yeah. Well, that and before I forget to mention it, Matt was saying May 2nd is going to be their State College store opening, and Joe Humphreys is going to be there if people are interested in it.
And meeting him, he's gonna be doing book signings.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross and I, as soon as we met him when we go back to camp, we started scoping out their website and stuff, and it's they kind of have a cool concept for a fly shop that I haven't really seen much, and they kind of, if you bring in like your old gear, you can trade up, so they'll give you like a store credit for your old gear.
Oh, wow.
And then so they sell used gear on their website.
Specifically rods and reels, as far as they have listed now.
Real quick, what's their name one more time?
Precision Fly and Tackle.
Okay.
I don't know their website off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Probably something similar to that.
I can always look it up. We'll look it up and then talk about it again later when we're
Yeah, but it was seems pretty cool. I always liked Fisherman's Paradise.
Yeah, I did too.
They were more into fly tying than gear, perhaps. Fisherman's Paradise was, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see what Precision Fly and Tackle does.
Well, back when I started, there weren't that many shops around anyway, and every time you go to Fly Fisherman's Paradise, you'd talk about fishing, and you wouldn't talk about the latest, newest rod. You talk about what's hatching, what matches it, and Steve would be more than happy. I went to a couple of fly tying seminars when Steve was flying or tying, and he was just a good guy, and he always fished. He always had good information about fly fishing.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was just saying, in comparison to the other State College fly shop, Fisherman's Paradise always seemed like they were more about like the fly tying and that science more so than the gear, the latest vest, reels, fly lines, etc.
Yeah, or the next latest trip to Patagonia or somewhere where you're never going to go anyway. So,
well, I don't know. I'm kind of excited because I kind of got annoyed the last few times I've been at the other one in State College, so I'm kind of excited to have an alternative option.
right.
Yeah.
You mean the one that was closed on opening day?
Well, I mean, both of the local ones were, but no, the Salesforce at the State College other one really irritated me.
Not the one by camp.
Gotcha.
Yeah, way further down, closer to State College. They really irritated me. They had like some 20-year-old kids like lecturing Ross and I on how to fly fish.
Did you and I go to that one?
Yeah,
once?
I think you've been there. I think before too.
We had to go somewhere. We had to find a fly shop in an emergency situation
Yeah.
because I think you needed aqua seal or something, or spikes or something random. So we went to that one fly shop, like on that one main road on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's the one I'm referring to.
Okay, gotcha.
I just was very displeased with their Salesforce.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't need a 20-year-old lecturing me how to fly fish.
Well, maybe he was just trying to help you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he was pushing the products they carried, not necessarily what was the best.
Oh,
Or, worried about the problem I had with it is if somebody walks into your shop with a problem, in my mind, you're supposed to find the best solution for said problem.
sure.
And we already figured that out
You already knew the problem.
on the way there.
Okay.
And instead he was just telling us that like the waders we bought weren't of high quality or trying to upsell you on stuff,
Oh,
which he's doing his job, I guess. However, maybe not the right people to do that to.
yeah. I mean, as a per se salesperson, you should know how to read the folks walking in, who needs what or what needs said to this person, because it's like if you walk in with you look like you know what you're doing, at least maybe don't try and educate them even further. I don't know. You got to read the people.
It just really annoyed me because I walked in looking for a very specific thing, and there was no other things like this specific thing. And then he tried giving me alternatives that were not even remotely similar. And then he's lecturing us on how with the whatever brand's garbage you should look at that bit. And just like, seriously, dude, shut up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't come here to spend $700 on a new pair of waders. I need spikes for my boots or whatever it ended up being.
Gotcha.
So anyway, we're going to talk about the black quill.
Yeah. We want to take a quick break first or go right into it?
Yeah, we
It's
can
late.
do
Why
one
don't
quick
we-
one.
Yeah.
Okay, one quick.
All right,
Yep.
quick break.
We'll be right back.
And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 77. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good. Also in studio, we have Mr. Ross Lyskoka as well as Matt Carney. How are you, sirs?
Doing well, thanks.
I'm doing good.
Good.
Just cracking us up with our production value.
Ross is on it right
Well,
now. Man. He was like, "Quada!"
Yeah, but he may have done it too quick because I don't know
Yeah,
how
for
fast
sure.
the recording starts on the clacker.
I heard the click and went for it.
All right.
Fair enough.
Before I forget and before we get sidetracked,
'Kay.
I looked up.
Wait, we get sidetracked?
No, never. The new store opening is going to be May 2nd. It's at 9 a.m., runs till 5 p.m. They're going to have Joe Humphreys there signing books, talking to people, and they're also going to have, they say, other celebrity tires throughout the day. A couple door prizes. Apparently McFarland Fly is going to be there showing off some stuff. So if you're interested in the State College area, check it out.
Cool. Question on that, though. Where can people find the information just so we can...
PrecisionFlyandTackle.com.
Easy enough.
You might
Yeah.
have to look up. Their store technically isn't open right now, so you might have to search for the actual State College location on their website, but it's all there.
Nice. And we are not sponsored by them, correct?
No.
Oh,
No,
free
we are
advertisement. You're welcome.
We're just guys being dudes,
Yeah.
helping them out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, he was trying to help us out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
return
that's
the favor.
for sure. Yeah, that's really cool that you guys got to meet him. Also, very cool that Joe Humphreys is going to be out there. I really like that.
Yeah. Well, he's a bit of a State College legend, so it makes sense.
If I can make it up there, I think I'll be there.
I will definitely not be there.
No.
That is a day that is definitely out for me.
Not for sure.
There's nothing.
Yeah, 100% sure.
No. What if the baby comes on the 5th?
She's getting induced on the 2nd
Oh, well. Then,
if he doesn't come before then. So
so, yeah. All right.
Yeah, she might shoot you on the way out. Just right in the leg. You are going nowhere.
yeah, no, I wouldn't even
I mean,
ask.
they have UPMCs out by Lock Haven. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, in Williamsport.
No, they have them in Lock Haven too, I think. Outpatient
they-
stuff.
Yeah, a few outpatient.
yeah. That's
I wouldn't
we'll just
recommend it,
pass.
buddy.
Well,
Stay home.
yeah, agreed. We're just really hopeful that he doesn't come this week because NFL draft just so happens to be in Pittsburgh this year, and yeah,
That would complicate.
real
some
busy
things.
down there.
I'm going to be so angry and annoyed because I guarantee I get nothing but claims in downtown Pittsburgh or the North Shore or whatever, and I'm going to be
You better schedule around him, friend.
it's gonna be like, hey, the draft's there. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
I mean, you might be able to get down there like Monday after the draft. I think it'll be
Yeah,
cleared
I
up
know.
a little
I'm
bit
just-
better,
I just
because
know
it
that-
starts on Thursday.
Yeah,
This Thursday, right?
Yeah,
this upcoming one.
Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be super annoyed if I get a whole bunch of Pittsburgh claims and that needs looked at now. It's like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Live somewhere else for the time being. I can't help you.
But we were going to talk about the next 2 flies in our little Eastern Fly Hatch series.
Yeah.
Since we already brought it up, we'll start with the black quill,
Yes.
which Jim now acquiesces that he does exist, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that, we were looking at the actual fly.
Yeah.
I called that fly routinely a blue quill spinner. It's a black fly with the clear translucent wings. And I have seen that fly, but I've called it a blue quill spinner for my whole entire life.
Right. Well,
So it either was a black quill or it was a blue one. But I will agree with the gentleman, it matched everything that a black quill has.
I mean, we're not actually entomologists, and to be
Yeah.
fair, we didn't have a microscope to look at all the intricate details of the fly.
Right.
Especially you, because you have lesser vision than
Sure.
Ross and I. So, I mean, I was surprised you knew you were looking at a fly.
well, the picture on
Yeah,
the picture on the
well,
phone.
we
Oh, yeah,
had
the
to blow
zoomed-in
the
picture
picture.
helped.
Yeah.
We had to blow the picture up to look at it. Yeah, because it was a small fly.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what your black quill size is.
They're about 3, according
Well-
to all my fun research, they're about 3/8 of an inch, which is pretty much how big that fly was.
Okay, and what size do you call that?
Well, now you're getting into Ross because he's the specialist of the tying. What's a 3/8 inch hook, Ross?
I can't remember.
I
Off the
I
top
thought
of
it
my
was. I see the blue quill spinner, or what I called a blue quill spinner, was a size 18, and that's what I thought that fly was.
I thought it was a 16.
Yeah.
See, for when I go to tie something, especially if they're using like a, they should be tied on this size to this size hooks. I just try and find the measurements of the bugs
Mm-hmm.
so I can actually reference
Yeah.
it, because so many of those hook manufacturers are just ever so slightly
Yeah,
different.
Yeah.
That at least if I know, okay, this needs to be between a 1/4 inch and 3/16
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, they're actually, I would kind of give up and say that it's close enough. If you get a 16 or an 18, it would be close enough. But everything that I've ever called a blue quill spinner was an 18, and it looked like that fly. But looking at pictures and reading on them, they're so close. I don't think you could even tie a fly that would be different.
Yeah, and I mean, even then, is that actually enough to make a difference?
Yeah.
You know, to
Well,
a trout, like,
Yeah, well, I know lots of times in my tying career, I've tied Hendricksons in size 12s and 14s, and red quills the same way. So as long as it's close enough, I'm sure you can catch a fish on it.
right.
Makes sense.
At the end of the day, presentation beats fly
Absolutely,
selection
yeah.
every time.
As long as you're close, yeah.
Yep. So continuing on the black quill theme, they usually hatch midday or early afternoon. They're a nymph. They don't really swim very well. They're kind of more of a dead drifter. However, if they had their druthers, they would rather crawl out than actually hatch through the water, which, I don't blame them because trout are there to eat them.
Right. And that, like, so you're going to want to fish those very similar to stone flies and other crawling stuff if you're trying to fish a nymphal stage of it, drag it along the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so emergers are a great pattern for them because since they're not good swimmers, they basically just dead drift, which means when they let go, they're going to take a while to rise.
Right.
So it's going to be you get a nice long emerger run with them because they're not good swimmers. So that's a good strategy to use. But they do hatch midday, early afternoon. Duns sit on the water.
Yep.
For a little bit, like we discussed. Are they waiting for their wings to dry? Or are they waiting for blood to get there? We're not sure. But we do know that they lay eggs on the water, specifically in faster water usually, and they drop them from above, kind of on a repeated process, bouncing up and down, laying eggs.
One of the things that I learned recently with the entomology that I've been studying, mayflies, if you are trying to replicate a male or female pattern, the females tend to fly horizontally through swarms, and the males consistently go up and down and like almost bounce per se through the air.
That's interesting.
Because most mayflies will attach on to the bottom of the female as she's flying horizontally, so they'll go up, drop down, go up, latch onto the female, and that's how nature happens.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. I never knew that, and I was looking through it, and I was like, well, that is a great idea, because I'm not sure how many flies are different from male to female versus color, but I know there's probably a difference in some of them. So
Yeah.
if you really want to get that into it, and flies are bouncing up and down vertically,
Most likely a male.
fish a male variant of that pattern.
And usually, when I was reading it, the black quills, mayflies, most flies in general, I think the males are smaller than females for the most part.
As far as I know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I forget the scientific word for that. 'Cause
Size doesn't matter.
No, we're the opposite, where the males are typically larger than the females.
Sure,
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably long and hard to pronounce.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
So the action of the males going up and down isn't so much for show; it's more for attaching itself or what the mating purpose. It's not like a bird spreads his wings and does his call and tries to put on a little dance or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not so much like that. It's literally just to attach.
Right. It's not an attraction thing. It's they have
I'm just trying to time it out and grab their lady.
yeah.
Just pick one.
They can't have that.
Hope
big
it's
of
not a
brains.
dude.
Yeah. That's one of those things that, like, especially like most of these mayflies only live a max of like 24 hours. They can't be that intelligent to actually go and seek out what they want. I think they're just kind of, that's the way they evolved. And
Yeah.
that's the way it tends to work.
Well, if the females are flying level, the male would run into more females if it was going up and down.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the theory anyway behind it.
Yeah.
The nymphs, they are kind of like the green jerk we mentioned earlier. They like the muddy, silty stuff.
Yeah.
They're not a clear rock run inhabiting nymph.
Yeah.
They're more of a
They're
muddy.
burrowers.
Yeah, they're a burrower, muddy, dirty. So
Which,
your eddies and stuff would be a good spot to fish the nymphs for them.
Okay.
well, that's kind of interesting because, like, it seems like with some of the other flies we've talked about, like, if it comes from a muddy bottom or if it's a burrower, it tends to lay eggs over slower moving water. And this is one that, comes from muddy, slower moving water and lays its eggs over faster moving water, like through rapids and riffles. I'm just bringing that up because that's the first one that we've had
Yeah, that
so
I can
far.
think
That
of.
there's a difference.
Yeah, which I mean, I guess.
It's interesting to me.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
from one standpoint, I guess maybe the female would be more of a sitting duck if she's laying over like the still water.
Could be.
Know.
Potentially. I have no idea. I'm not a bug.
I wouldn't
true.
think the eggs would disperse as well if they were laying in slower water.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The egg dispersal factor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, black quills, they do exist,
Yeah.
and they're actually found through most of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only states they're not found in are your more deserty states like Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada, but also Nebraska, strangely, and the Dakotas. They don't have black quill in those states.
Well, a lot of places, even, and it's kind of my observation, but through a lot of years of it, that a lot of not every stream section is created equal.
Right.
So burrowing nymphs are not going to be in the cobble where the riffles are, the rocks are clean and everything like that. There's more clinging nymphs or free living nymphs live in those areas. So that could be one reason that I don't recall identifying a black quill, because maybe because I generally fish riffles. I do like some deep pools and things like that. But just because the fly hatches there doesn't mean it hatches in your favorite section of the stream.
Right.
That's also why this year may have been the first year you've seen them behind camp, because the big pool behind us has a lot of silt and stuff starting to build up.
Right.
And that may also explain the green drakes.
Yeah. Oh, that absolutely explains the green drakes.
So,
Well, that and, I mean, you grew up fishing mostly freestone streams.
Right, exactly.
So you were theoretically not in areas.
Well, I had to basically relearn to fly fish when I moved down to the Spring Creek.
Yeah.
The flies are different. I never fished a sow bug in my life, and to be fair, I've only fished one very infrequently, as I just have no experience doing that. I don't know how fish take them. Do they slam them? Do they suck them in? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
We know some places to try it out, that's for sure.
We certainly do. We do now.
we do. I kind of feel like trout kind of use the current to do most of their work.
Oh, sure. That's why they lay in riffles and on the edge of
I'm
riffles.
just saying they're not like bass who basically sit there, open their mouth, and suck in half
Yeah.
the lake.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there may be some suction, but I kind of feel like the water does most of the work.
Yeah.
Their main mission is getting in the path of whatever's coming
Sure.
down.
Being in a feeding lane. That's what their job is.
Yeah. That's another helpful tip. Feeding lanes when we're talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
If you can look at the water and there's bubbles moving down a certain, say, 2-foot section, that's what we're referring to when we're talking about like a feeding lane. Because if there's bubbles there, the bubbles are going to trap any insect life.
It's that, and they also indicate usually where like the current is.
Sure.
Exactly.
That's the food lane. And, like you talk about fishing the eddies, now, unless there's actually moving nymphs in those eddies, you're not going to find trout there.
Yeah, generally not. Cause,
They're going to lay not actually in the riffle, but right alongside the riffles, the seams, as they're called.
Yep.
And that's where you always throw your fly first, not in the heaviest riffle, but you throw it in the seams first.
Right. It's one of those things that you told me 9 times, and then I finally put 2 and 2 together, and I started, catching more fish. I'm like, oh, that's what he means.
Yeah.
Which you described it perfectly to me every time.
Well, you're making me out to be more of a guru than I am, but I'm glad I'm helping you.
that's okay. You bring yourself back down to earth with the lack of blue quill or black quill.
You guys read about it in a book. I'm actually out there in life.
True.
We were out there in life, and we were out there very shortly in life and caught one. So
You're
I
in the
should say
right
Ross
stream at
caught
the
one.
right situation.
Yeah.
I was laid up on the love seat on
Yeah.
the back deck, so I didn't catch anything.
Yeah, we learned about entomology on the back deck of our camp. That's kind of strange, but I guess it's not that
I
strange.
mean, it's a fishing camp. I mean,
Yeah.
what else are you going to do?
Fish.
I mean, basically sat.
Well, the flies were there.
Yeah, the flies were there.
Yeah.
Forgot to take down that bug catcher that my brother put on the front porch.
What's he trying to catch up there?
I have no idea.
It
All I
looked
know
like-
is he was complaining about, there's so many bugs outside. And it's like, well, no crap, dude. It's a freaking fishing camp on a trout stream. What do you think's going to happen?
When I took a look at, in his defense, it seems like it's catching mostly hornets.
It did. There was a bunch of caddis and stuff in there too.
As long as there's less hornets, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
What's the point in hornets?
To punish us.
Yeah.
Fish food.
Do they serve a purpose?
They're God's wrath upon man.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
He's got a lot of those.
Matthew, unfortunately, since we don't have the camera for the flies,
Yeah, I'll have to inject the flies in the video.
You're going to have to do that. Any other information on the black quill?
Let me
to
go
learn?
through my checklist here. They hatch late April through May. I already said that. No, I think we pretty much got it. They're a midday, mid-afternoon hatch.
Yeah.
Most spring mayflies are hatched during the day.
Yeah, when the water starts warming up.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. And as of, what is today, April 19th?
Something like that.
It is the 19th, I think.
As of April 19th, black quills are hatching in central PA.
Yep.
So if you're around that area, it might be a good fly to toss on the end of your line.
Yeah.
What's next?
Even though they're like Bigfoot, and do they exist?
They do. It's just the cameras that we have nowadays are just still so bad that you can't get a clear photo.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely what
it's
the-
actually true because it took Ross, I think, a dozen photos and then cropping and zooming to actually get one we could actually look at. So,
Yeah.
we need to invest in a either a microscope with a camera or something to actually document these little buggers.
Well, it doesn't mean much of anything to have a hatch if there's no fish feeding on them.
Well, I mean, there were trout rising all weekend.
Yeah, they were even in the bad water, but we don't know what they were feeding on.
Yeah.
Well,
Although I'll tell you, it was late in the evening. Well, not late in the evening, but late in the afternoon before we started having a fair amount of trout. And that's when we found that fly.
probably the spinner fall,
Yeah, the spinner fall.
I would assume. But I mean, I saw a blue wing olive Friday night,
Yeah.
so the BWOs may have been hatching.
Yep.
Not to reiterate something we've already talked about in the past, but the blue wing olives are like a all season kind of fly, right?
They're multiple times a year kind of
Multiple
fly.
times.
Not
I
an
would
all
not-
season.
They don't hatch all season, but there are times.
Yeah.
So there's
Different.
Good.
Just different. Like the gentleman we talked to from the fly shop told us that the cornetas, which is the blue winged olive, that's what was hatching now.
I thought he said it
And,
was dark sulfurs.
Huh?
I thought he said it was dark sulfurs.
Dark sulfur nymphs, he said he used.
Yeah.
And the blue winged olives were the cornetas. And you talk to John Mickness, and we have Dronellas, which is the blue winged olive behind our camp, and they hatch later in the spring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I know like the little blue wing olive comes off usually earlier in the spring. And then there's the more normal sized blue wing olive. And then I think they shut down, I think, most of the summer. And then I think there's two blue wing olive hatches in the fall/winter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but the little blue wing olives are the first and last of the blue wing olive hatches.
Would trout be amicable to hitting a blue winged olive in late June, early July? Probably, because they're used to seeing them.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
But if you're trying to match the hatch, I would not. I'd look for the hatch. Not.
Right,
I wouldn't assume it was
Well,
a
I
blue
mean,
winged
in
olive.
fairness,
Don't only take blue wing olives with
an
you. Take everything.
Adams nymph works almost year round. So,
Yeah. For the Adams hatch.
Yeah.
That's a joke, folks.
Another great joke that I've used on people.
so
Funnily enough, on Spring Creek,
Yeah.
we were at the Paradise again, and you had got me with that joke a week before. And like, guys, oh yeah, what are you using? What's hatching? Have you seen it? And I was like, yeah, the Adams are hatching. And like you said, he's like just digging through his fly box trying to figure it out.
well, Ross also got confused for a conservation officer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll bet
What
that
were
was
you
fun.
wearing?
Our green dangerous fly fishing shirt.
Did you also have green pants on?
No,
I
he
had
tan pants on.
Ah.
So like tan khaki, the quick dry ones, and
The ones we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was walking up to grab the car real quick for them, and like there's this guy that's sitting in the back of his SUV getting undressed in a handicap spot, by the way, without a handicap sticker.
Oh, yeah.
He's a jerk. But like I was walking past, and he's like, "Oh, are you the conservation officer for here?" And like I answered honestly, I was like, "No, I'm just dressed like one." Like, and I guess he thought I was just bullshitting him and taking
Yeah.
a joke. So he starts asking me questions about like whatever, and I was like, "No, I'm not actually a conservation officer. Like I just look like one right now." Oh, okay. Like,
Well, I mean, in fairness, our dangerous hats do have a tannish badge, and then the shirt he was wearing, like the green shirt, has like a flag of Pennsylvania on the left breast. So, I mean, I can kind of...
yeah. Like we had said before, like I think it would be really hilarious to make our shirts look like the Game Commission logos. So we get all the premier fishing spots.
Everybody runs away when we show up.
It'd be fantastic.
I think, do they ever have like a little bit of orange too? We'll have to throw some orange in if so.
I'll look them up tonight because
I don't think there's any orange in them.
No, the Fish Commission doesn't have orange.
No.
It's all olive green.
Okay.
You should know. We had one hang out in our ice fishing shelter for like 20 minutes while you were trying to find your license.
Well, that was the winter uniform.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but he was still wearing the dark green button-down shirt and green
Well,
jeans.
he also had a coat on and
That was also
heavy
olive green.
pants.
That was also olive green.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to him as much as I was trying to find my license on my phone. So
Yeah.
But anywho,
I'd say take another quick break, and then we'll come back with our last fly. I know this is one of my father's favorite flies.
yeah, he talks about it a lot.
A lot.
It's a great
He
fly.
pretty much calls every mayfly this fly, so.
Oh, my gosh.
He's throwing you under the bus this
Yes, he certainly is. And I do not do that.
No, you do not. You're very accurate with at least most of your bug knowledge.
And I'm not an entomologist, but a lifetime of experience on a good trout stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take a quick break and
Yeah.
see you in a sec.
See you guys in a few.
And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 77. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
He was on it. Did you
He
see
was.
that? Also, Mr. Ross Iskoka and Matthew Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
You didn't make eye contact with me, so I had to wait.
Oh, I was trying to, look at the camera.
I had to make sure you're
Engage our
prepared.
audience.
I always forget that thing's there.
The camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should make a point of looking at that more, but
Well, that's why I was saying you have all these dog scratches. You literally could have went like this to show people your scratches.
I forget it's a thing. Object permanence is not a friend of mine.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So apparently the Nittany Valley Muskie Alliance had their Yellow Creek Pike tournament this weekend.
Yeah, that was on the 18th?
It
Saturday?
was on the 18th.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
kind of regretting not going, considering I probably would have had better luck fishing from a boat than I would have walking and wading.
Yeah. But it happens.
Plus, we could have got Dad out there to test his new rod.
True.
But apparently, we didn't make it, but apparently it was quite the successful tournament. 18 total pike caught,
Oh, wow.
3 muskie.
Whoa.
Matt Dixon got the lunker with a 36-inch muskie.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw Dixon, I think, caught 2 of the 3 muskies caught.
Well, that checks out for him.
Yeah, he's a good fisherman.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of runs the Muskie Alliance. So
Yeah, so yeah.
I would hope he wins.
Yeah, well, at least it's competitive. But
Yeah.
strange
Yeah.
things happen. But apparently, first place went to Toby. I'm going to butcher the last name, Beckett. 118 total inches, caught 5 pike.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's a good one-day tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a good day.
Yeah.
Parker Alexander took second, 75 total inches with 3 pike. Apparently, second and third was close because Matt Klabacha, 72 and 3/4 inches with 3 pike.
Got to start squishing fish, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically between those 3, they caught over half the pike.
Yeah. Now, was that tournament fly only, or was it
No, it was all
all
tackle.
tackle?
Interestingly, it was also the first tournament they did using Fish Donkey. It's like a app for hosting fishing tournaments.
Oh, okay.
So kind of waiting to hear their review on that. But my understanding is there's generally positive feedback, so they may start doing the summer tournaments and stuff that way. So
I think it's a great idea.
So what exactly is this?
Yes.
Is it an app? What are we doing?
yeah, it's an app that you basically create an account and then you can register a team. I actually downloaded it because I wasn't sure if we were going to do that tournament, but you can actually, as soon as you open it up, it's set up a tournament or fish in a tournament. And if you click fish in a tournament, it lists like a metric crap ton of tournaments.
Around you. And like,
These aren't all around me, but
well, is that the one that you can also like take pictures and score your fish?
yeah, I'm not sure because I haven't done it, but apparently there's still an ice fishing tournament going on for the month of April.
Not in Pennsylvania.
No, not in Pennsylvania.
somewhere up in.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess somewhere up
Saskatoon.
north.
Minnesota, Wisconsin.
But yeah, basically you go in, find your tournament, you can pay your registration fee, everything on it, and then I don't know if they did the registering your catches with it or not.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's one thing that I hope the fish techie balls that we got. Like, I really hope they start to. It seems to me that they're accurate enough, at least based on the fish I've caught and used it with.
yeah, they're getting better and better and better. As Cooper will attest, they do have issues because my little noodle muskie was 3 inches longer than his much larger muskie.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that might be one of those things to where if you can actually just like lay the fish flat.
Yeah. Well, we did the same thing, hang the ball on the neck, put the muskie here. I mean, mine might have been longer. He was just a skinny little thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still am on the fence about mine not beating yours out. That
Well, you didn't bring a bump board, so we can't confirm.
Let's go
Truth.
catch him again. We'll figure it out.
same one, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go electroshock and you compare the photos and be like, nope, that one's Cooper's.
But next fly, what's Hendrickson?
Yeah, the Hendrickson fly. That's one of my father's favorite. It
Absolutely.
is, I think, the first major hatch in the eastern U.S.
Well, not. It depends on what you. When we went to Kettle Creek, we went up to fish the blue quill. That was our biggest fly because we knew it was consistent. It was a bad weather. You could still count on them hatching. It was a small fly, but then the Quill Gordon started, and then the Hendrickson started. And usually our second trip up there, we were fishing for red quills, which is the male Hendrickson.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that the month of April and early May was pretty much consumed by those 3 or 4 flies, plus the caddis flies that come off.
Well, I'll revise major to mean famous.
It's absolutely one of the most
First famous hatch of the year.
It was the Catskills were. I mean, that's where I first heard about it, reading about Catskill fly fishing, and the first place that I fished over it was Kettle Creek, and that was really began our journey. Meaning my buddy Jim and I, we'd go up April early, and then about every 2 weeks after that, we'd make a trip up there, and we would just almost about the only hatch I never really hit well on Kettle Creek was a Quill Gordon, and they were very dependent on weather. Some springs they were much earlier, where the Hendricksons seemed to be end of the month, and guys would go up there in anticipation of seeing those flies. So they'd get quite a crowd on Kettle Creek too. But the project where we did most of our fishing was a good spot for Hendricksons.
Okay, so these hatch late April into early May.
That's when they hatched on Kettle Creek.
Okay, so maybe a little earlier, a little further south,
Yes.
pushing into mid-April,
Yeah.
maybe down south towards Gettysburg and south central PA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for us right now is almost ideal.
Oh, there's probably Hendricksons hatching in certain streams now, yeah.
Okay, and it's like a 2 to 3 week hatch.
Kettle Creek would be pretty extended. You could go up 2 out of 3 weekends and catch it most of the time. You know, again, depended on weather. Some springs they were early, a little earlier, but they were pretty much consistent end of April, early May.
Okay. Well, yeah, because that was one of the things in my research for this show was that apparently the Hendricksons are very temperature sensitive, so
Yes.
they're looking for like 50 to 55 degree water before they hatch. And then they're also apparently super sensitive to pollution, so you're not going to find them in a dirty stream or polluted stream.
Polluted stream, yeah.
So, but that's kind of interesting.
No, absolutely. That's another one of those things that's a great indicator of the health of your local body of water is what's the name? Hellbender?
Yep.
Yeah, Eastern Hellbender.
Uh-huh.
Hellbenders.
Giant salamander looking thing. Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's the Pennsylvania State
Reptile.
Amphibian.
Yeah.
Amphibian, yeah.
But yeah, like that was, we saw it, I think it was on Kettle Creek actually. I saw one that Matt brought up. He's like, yeah, that's one of the first indicators that this is a relatively pollution-free body of water because these things do not live in polluted water.
Interesting you brought that up. Matt knows where the Sandy Lick Creek goes by where I grew up.
Yep.
And Wolf Creek, a trout stream, ran into it right behind my house. And we would find hellbenders there all the time. And the Lick Creek emptied the sewer plant of DuBois.
Oh, wow.
I mean, maybe a mile upstream. And we would find those things there, particularly at night. You'd find them. I mean, you turn a rock over, you're unhooking a fish, and it would be to scare the living you-know-what out of you.
Yeah.
But we saw them there all the time.
Yeah. It scared the stuff coming from the sewer plant out of you.
Yeah. But I always read about how they were the harbingers of clean water.
Yeah.
And we'd see them down on the Lick Creek all the time.
Well, it just means the sewer treatment plant was actually cleaning the water.
Yeah. Yep. It's full of pike now, too, so it must be good water.
I have to go float that.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know down where we hunt deer down at the bottom, there's a lot of trees and stuff across the creek.
Yeah, I got a chainsaw.
If you remember to bring it.
Well, I will for that.
But, there's a lot of pike in that one. They emptied Kyle Dam, and it blew the fishing right out of Wolf Creek, the trout fishing in Wolf Creek.
Okay.
And then they ended up going downstream because it was full of chubs and minnows.
Okay.
But I understand now it's not quite full of chubs and minnows anymore.
But, no, funnily, like the kind of why I brought up that male and female mayflies have been known to fly differently. Funnily enough, Hendricksons are one of those fly patterns that you actually use different flies to replicate the male or female variant of these.
Yeah.
And also with those entomology books I've been reading, this is one of the few flies that the males and the females hatch or emerge at different times during the day and typically in different locations.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much like males only emerge from riffles or females from slack water, but it's not uncommon to see a female hatch come up and a male hatch come up in two separate sections.
Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting.
I happened to pick that up in the book I was reading.
I wonder how that happens.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
How they lay eggs on the surface and how do they disperse?
Well, I'm sure it's once they become nymphs, maybe they just all congregate like boys area, girls area. I mean, like, that's an interesting question. Do the females, do their cycles, like, line up? Or
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, just as a, like, kind of aside, like, the male hatches, as like you've brought up the red quills and everything, the females are the quote-unquote light Hendricksons.
The lighter color.
Similar to what we talked about before, they're larger in body size.
Right. Yeah. They're usually a 12. The red quills are always 14s. That's how we fished them.
well, the interesting thing with them being like the split colors is like trout actually like maybe keying in on the male red quill versus the light.
And I've had that happen many times up on Kettle Creek.
Yeah, so it's one of those ones. If you're trout feeding, it's a Hendrickson hatch, and you're floating your red quill through there. It's like, hey, you might want to try your light Hendrickson because they may be keying on it instead of your red quill.
Yeah, that would be another great thing for the dry dropper you want to try out, Coop.
Yeah.
Like maybe put a spinner on one and run a emerger on the other. Hit both at the same time. Why not? I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well just do all three at that point.
Yeah.
Might get hard to cast, but
Just tie Nip down there too.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I'll also make fun of you when you hear the Cortland not happen in your leader.
Yeah. No. This whole thing with me trying all these different droppers and this and that, it's gonna be a process. Like this isn't gonna be a one season thing. This is gonna go over multiple fishing seasons.
Next thing you know, he'll be a stillwater trout fisherman with like 10 flies hanging off his
You're only
leader.
allowed 3.
Ah, wow. Sorry, Cooper. You're capped at 3.
You're only allowed 3.
Well, some of those stillwater trout fishermen, like the competitive ones, like they have 10 flies on their leader.
Yeah, I know in England, Britain, if you will, they fish reservoirs and lakes, and they just put lines of flies out there.
Yeah.
They don't worry about casting. They just get it out there whatever way they can.
I've seen that one. It's more of like a bait caster type lure. It's multiple, but it's literally just a school of fish in like an umbrella looking pattern.
A rig or umbrella rig.
Yeah.
Some people started tying that with flies now.
I actually sent the two of you a fly that was like that, but it was just like one main fly with a hook on it, and then it was two smaller ones with just some kind of hard plastic that trailed off behind.
Thick mono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was that
probably thick
minnow
mono.
pattern.
Yeah.
Which seems cool, but I don't know.
I've found some really, really cool flies on the internet.
I've been trying to tie some of them, and I have not been
Like
successful.
I just saw not to get way off topic like we always do, but I just saw again the one that I sent months ago to the both of you, that giant Helgermite
Yeah.
that has like, I don't know, 5 different
Segments.
on it to just let it move like an actual Helgermite, and they have the head like it's literally just for show. It's I don't think you're gonna catch anything with that. I mean, you could.
You could,
Well,
but
you
it would be
could, yeah.
it would be an
I've caught lots of
expensive
fish.
hang up.
Yeah, you hate to lose them, but
Oh, I'm talking. I mean, this fly was
yeah.
big.
But
And there was so
the new
much
trend is people are tying
show you too.
are tying life-like flies.
Yeah.
And they're more of art pieces than practical is
Right.
the way to put it.
I mean, I'm sure if you're matching the hatch and you throw one of those out, you'd probably do really well on it. But
Yeah.
I'd rather tie 50 flies than tie one perfect one.
Especially
Yeah.
because you're fishing underwater, guaranteed first cast, you're hung up and snap
Yeah.
that sucker off.
Oh, no, I'd get hung up in the tree above the stream.
Either way, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Hendricksons, on average, they hatch in the mid-afternoon.
Again, most springtime mayflies when the water warms.
The thing with them, according to my research, is they apparently tend to ride the surface for a more extended
do.
period of time than other flies.
Well, those were probably the first true dry fly in the Catskills because of that reason. They were on the water for so long, and they gave fly fishermen the opportunity to catch them, to design flies. I know one of the greatest fly tires, the Detts up there, that was her claim to fame, was a Hendrickson.
Yeah. Well, the moral of that story, though, if they're spending an extended period of time on the water, that's a good one to fish at done.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You want
So,
to fish
yeah,
a
with the
dry
Hendrickson
fly.
hatch, you're definitely going to want to be fishing at done.
Yeah.
They're also a big hatch to also fish spinners
Okay.
Yeah.
because they lay their eggs out over the water, typically fast water, but they kind of do it in a swarm.
Okay. So
More so than like on an individual basis. I don't know if there's safety in numbers, but they tend to do it in a swarm.
I wonder if they're so sensitive to temperature.
It
to
just all
emerge
happens
coming out of the
now.
water. Yeah.
It could be.
Like it just might be that they all hatch at a similar time, so they all lay eggs at a similar time. I'd be interested to see, if we ever are able to witness it, like try and take a measurement of the air temperature and see if, like, when they're
The point where they start actually going to lay eggs.
yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting. We'll have to see about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll forget about it until like at the end of it.
Until after it's over, and like, oh man, we forgot to take the temperature.
Right.
Yeah, but because they do it in swarms, they're a big one to use like a spinner pattern for, because basically you go from, you have your duns out there for a while, then they take off and go do their chicka-bow-bow thing, and then you all of a sudden have a whole cascade of them laying eggs, and then
Yeah. All just flopping on the water.
yeah. So they drop them in the fast water, and then basically the nymphs tend to stay in that fast water. They like the cleaner gravel, cobbly type stuff, more so than the aforementioned black quill we were talking about earlier.
So those are, just so I can clarify, they're more of a rocky bottomed.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense on kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they're clumsy swimmers.
So that's another one that a emerger may be
Yeah. Good.
decent for.
Yeah, because they're going to be more beat up by the current when they're trying to hatch. So another probably good emerger use is to nail the for the Hendrickson, because they're not going to swim up to the surface as quickly as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, another emerger pattern option. So yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like the Hendricksons are like the one fly where you can literally fish every fly of the
You look at
of the
any
life cycle.
literature, and as soon as they go into fly tying and you see a Hendrickson, there are dozens, maybe hundreds of patterns designed to meet that hatch at various stages. That was the first emerger I ever saw in a article And again, I'm just going by my personal experience, but that was the first emerger I ever read about, was a Hendrickson emerger.
Okay. Now, were they using like wet flies for that, or were they using nymphs? Was it a?
I have nymphs, emergers, I have wet flies, I have dry flies, and I have spinners for that pattern.
So that's the one that
Not the one, but probably the earliest one, the first one you'll run into. That was the first trout I caught on a spinner, was a Hendrickson spinner.
Oh, wow.
And that was up on Kettle Creek. And I had fished an area through there. I never saw it done all morning or all afternoon. And then as I was coming back, there's this one stretch, and it was a weird thing. There was a draft in the mountains up on Kettle Creek on the Fly Project, and it was cold. It was pretty cold. And you walk, as soon as you hit this draft, the warm air was coming down through there, and this stretch, 50 yards maybe, was just boiling with these spinners where they had come back and had fallen in.
Oh, wow.
And it was the strangest thing I ever saw. But
And it goes back to our temperature question about the air temperature.
Yeah, if that was
yeah,
slightly
but there was a
warmer than-
draft, and that's what made me think of it at that point when you talked about the temperature. That's what made me think about it. And there's a draft. They have lots of drafts, mountain valleys that come down to the creek, and they're all named a draft. Bell Draft and Hoodlum's draft, and there's a bunch of those like that on the Kettle Creek watershed. And that was the first time I noticed anything like that, where it really affected the stream and the water and the flies. I'm sure it does in many ways. I'm sure in the wintertime it affects the temperature and stuff. But on that day in the April, it was noticeably warmer in this area, and the fish were there.
Well,
More specifically, the flies were there.
The flies, well, sure, yeah, the flies were there.
Sure, the fish were whole way throughout.
Oh, yeah.
Flies were there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even a day like today when it was 45 degrees out,
Yeah.
like if you were out fishing and Hendrickson's came off or whatever, like, oh, crap, I can't find anything. And all of a sudden you stumble upon a warmer breeze.
Oh, yeah.
Might be a great indication that that's a good place to fish.
Yeah. And that stretch, I usually walk by it, actually.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and then all of a sudden there's all kind of trout there, yeah.
That's what makes me laugh a lot about fly fishing for trout specifically. Is I know me and Matt have walked past water that didn't look, like we wanted to fish it.
Sure.
And then the next time we're out on that creek, like you said, it's just boiling, jumping left and right. We look at each other like that looks like a terrible place for the trout to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's part of the learning experience.
Absolutely.
It is.
The moral of the story is fish every inch of water, including puddles at Walmart.
Yes.
Here in Pennsylvania, you can fish any of those and pull a fish out.
I have also read before, and Matt has it listed on his notes here, that like wetter, cloudy days are prime to fish Hendricksons. Have you?
Well, most of the time in Potter County, Kettle Creek, the springs mostly are gray and overcast.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I would say that's probably holds true for a lot of mayflies, or most mayflies. The cloudy, overcast days are your best days. And I would say that about Hendricksons.
Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't say, well, it's a bright sunny day, I'm not going to fish for Hendricksons today. I would never say that.
Yeah.
Right. Can't catch fish if you're not out fishing.
Right, yeah.
Right. Well, that was.
You only get so many hours or days to fish, and you got to go the day it is. And you hate to be cussing and swearing about a bright sunny day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wonder if that's another thing where you hear a lot of fishermen say like, oh yeah, overcast days are great to go fishing on. Like, I wonder if that's because the flies are all dying due to whatever temperature, sunlight, etc.
Yeah.
And they're thinking like, oh yeah, the fish, can't see your fly as well or your lure as well, and it could all be that for some reason these mayflies, when it gets below a certain temperature,
They don't hatch. Or
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah, that's definitely why they're very temperature inclined.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wonder too, like you pointed out, like how well do the trout actually see? Because I mean, how many times have we had a muskie fall out of the shadows, and as soon as he hits the sunlight, he's like a vampire and turns around and runs back. I mean, kind of have to wonder if the same thing happens to trout. That there's this bright sunny ball on top of the sky that's blinding me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like looking into the sun.
Yeah.
I can't imagine an animal with much better vision than mine is going to like looking directly up into the sunlight.
Right.
I mean, I would find that pretty hard to source a fly that I'm trying to eat in moving current. I'd rather just eat nymphs if it were me.
Yeah.
Well, they prefer to eat underwater anyway.
Yeah.
It just doesn't expose them to herons or birds or anything like that, or anything on top.
Yeah.
And you look in a stream, you can usually see fish in sunny water, where if they're laying in the shadows, they're very hard to see.
Oh, I miss them every time. Oh, funnily enough, on Kettle Creek, there's been several times Matt and I have fished there where we're trying to sneak up the banks and everything, and the fish are hiding like in the grass and stuff.
That was Spring Creek, especially.
Yeah. Oh, especially there. But there was some spots on Kettle where
it flows through the woods. Kettle Creek does.
Yeah.
The grass doesn't grow as well there. Yeah.
Well, that one day in Spring Creek, every time I took a step, I'd kicked another trout off from the grass on the shore.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they're there for protection, for cover, for bugs falling in the water. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that they're on the edge of the creek.
Well, it just took us like kicking out about a half a dozen fish before we're sitting there like, why are they all here? So Matt and I were up damn near up to the top of our waders in the middle of Spring Creek in the current fishing towards the bank, and that's I would have never thought to do that. Another day we were successful because they snip right out of there and grab a nymph going by, and we're just sitting there like, why? What on earth is going on? This is completely different than anything.
Why aren't you in the nice, deep, beautiful water?
Right, yeah.
But hey, got to do what you got to do.
Yep, absolutely.
I will say the wading staff, even though I did not go wading, it was a great tool for hobbling around.
Yeah, you seem to be doing pretty good. I was trying to take a picture of him like halfway falling over and like then using the wading staff to catch himself.
Yeah. Didn't happen.
But it was too good of
It was too good of a wading staff. Kept me stable.
Right.
I'm glad to hear that, because that's my next adventure.
Using your wading staff?
Yep.
Yeah. I actually really liked that Orvis one. It had the zinger, like a net retractor on it.
That's what I need, because the wading staff's not going to do me any good if it's floating 15 feet behind me.
Well, you just retrieve it with the rope that you
but if I'm starting to fall, I want to be able to get hold of that and use it.
Yeah, if I was falling, I don't think I'm finding that wading staff in time.
Yeah.
That's why I only let go of it when I was stationary.
Yeah.
And the zinger brought it like right back to my right hip.
That's why I think I need a zinger.
Well, that I noticed, as at least with some of the other wading staffs I've seen, like the one you got is one of the first ones that you could just grab the handle and like flick it out, and it would actually extend and all seat perfectly. Some of the other ones, they extend, but there would be the tip section would be off.
The high note of mine is it only has 3 sections.
Yeah.
Whereas I think yours has because he has an older Orvis aluminum one, where I think it has like 6 sections. So now you have to have twice as many things work correctly for it to flick out and work properly.
Right. I did like yours is like carbon fiber, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It seemed to be pretty robust.
Yeah. Well, robust is what I'm interested in, because everyone told me 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, when I really needed a staff, they said, "Oh, just go to Walmart and buy a
trekking pole
or a skiing pole."
Yeah.
They say they work, and man, those things are like this big around.
That's
and
about how big mine is.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
They don't look very stable to me.
I thought I gave you my old trekking pole.
I think you took it back, though.
No, because I broke one, so I thought I gave you the
I don't know what happened
single
to it.
one.
You gave your dad the broken trekking pole.
No, I gave him the one. I gave him the one that was not broken.
Yeah, I remember you doing that, but I never used it.
Well, you took it out west. I remember that because you were like, "Oh, I need a trekking pole," so I gave it to you to take out west.
Oh, okay.
And those were good trekking poles.
Well, I was worried about them being robust enough because I weighed 225 pounds. I didn't want to find out it only held up 215 pounds.
Well, that's one of those things that I can appreciate, the lightweight aspect, how they're manufacturing some of these things, but I can tell you from experience the time that you don't want it to break is typically when things happen to break.
Yeah.
If I'm putting all 225 pounds of pole lock on a little quarter-inch aluminum bar.
Yeah, that's what I worry about.
I think I'm going to win.
Well, I mean they're kind of based on the theory that you're not ever going to have all 200 and whatever pounds of pull lock on it at any given moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because generally you have at least something else dividing your weight on the ground.
Absolutely. But that's one of those things that if anybody designing these things is listening, I would rather have the extra weight than the more mobile, more lightweight product.
Yeah, because I mean, I think if you were to somehow stick my trekking pole in the ground, build some kind of platform for you to stand on, I'm pretty sure my trekking pole would give out on the
probably.
sheer weight.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But
if that's what you're shooting for, you might have to build like a 6-inch diameter steel.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Black iron pipe, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you only need 3/4 of an inch of that.
Right.
If not half, you'll be fine.
But yeah, I was kind of like I said, I didn't get to go in the water with it, but I was pleasantly surprised at how well it worked in lieu of using my shillelagh.
Yeah, I was reading an article, and after the article there was a Q&A, and one of the questions was, well, when should I get my wading staff out? When I feel like I'm getting in trouble? And the guy who wrote the article said, as soon as you close the car door, open up your wading
Well,
staff.
because at the time you're in trouble, you're already done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why, I had to use it just to walk.
Yeah.
So I was using it the entire time.
Well, I was watching a couple videos about fishing in New Zealand. There were some old dudes down there, obviously had lots of money. And that's what they were down there fishing, and they were in their 70s. And that's the same thing. One time they got out of the helicopter, and then the guy opened his wading staff and walked to the stream.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing I liked about the one I got, because I got the Orvis one. I'm sure the Sims one is probably pretty similar, but it has a rubber boot that covers like the metal stabby spike. So I have the options of going rubber or metal depending on my needs.
Well, that would probably also be pretty good for, if you're walking through mud, you don't want that rubber to get stuck in.
Yeah. But the rubber kind of saves on my metal spike when I'm walking on a road to fish. So,
Yeah.
but
I don't know how the rubber would handle the slippery rocks. So.
Well, it's like I said, it just pops right off.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have your choice. I like the fact that I had a choice.
Yeah.
Because I know yours is just a metal tip.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that I had a choice.
Yeah.
I do have a little update almost. I've been taking my nephew for fly fishing lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Today was day 2. And
Nice.
He is progressing rapidly. I'm gonna have to get that rod built for him pretty quick because that 3-weight, it does its job, but it's a little unless he's standing in a smaller stream, he's not going to be too successful with it just because it's a 3-weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7'6", and he's not exactly a tall person, so it's not even like he has the extra reach with his arm.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out actually because I think that blank I got is a 7'6", and I'm figuring out if I kind of want to cut it down to a 7-foot or leave it the full length. But either way, how you were bringing up that you were pretty happy with the Orvis wading staff. My sister got him a set of wading boots for, he needs to have wading boots to go in the river. And she got him Paramount is the name of them. I was...
Like the movie people?
Yeah, like very similar.
Not exactly, but...
Same name, different company. But like, I think they were like $100 on Mad River Outfitters.
Okay.
Try to support them. But they actually came with like rubber soles and the inserts for the cleats and everything.
Oh, wow.
I was genuinely impressed with, the fact that they're putting it seems like a much higher quality product than even when we started
With the
Cooper
ye
and
old
I.
frog dogs.
Yeah, like it was for $100 and you're getting out there. I'd say it's a very viable option just based on first appearances.
That's
but,
good.
Yeah,
Was it the boots, just the boots, or
Yeah.
the whole waders? Like,
just the boots.
okay.
I made sure that I told her to get the waders and boots separate, so he's not out there clunking around in neoprenes.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even that. There's also a fair chance that depending on the sizing of the waders, like he may outgrow the boots before the waders.
Very accurate.
I know when we were looking, Matt and I had talked about buying waist-high waders.
Yeah.
And I did some research on that, and I found a pair, and they're from Paramount. Now that you mention it, that's exactly who they are.
Okay.
They're $149, the waist-high waders.
That ain't bad.
No, then the cheapest that I found to that was $400, and that was from Sims.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and then, Sims, I think, has two versions. They have a lower end one, and then they have a higher end one that's like 600, and Orvis's are 500, I think.
Yeah.
I think there's a zipper in them.
There was.
Oh, there is in the Sims and the Orvis,
Yeah. Which I like the thought of the wading pants, but
I just want them for the raft in the winter.
it would be very handy.
Because it's really a pain in the arse to have to like open your wading jacket, roll down your waders to take a leak off the raft.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, I mean, on top of that, like the only reason you even need waders is for just launching and retrieving the raft.
Yeah.
We're dry the rest of the time, but there's that initial and ending thing where we get wet, and that's what I thought they'd be interesting in. But
I'd love to find. I might take a look at those Paramount ones.
$140. I mean,
$149.
Well, that's a third of the price of the Orvis.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that might be worth taking a crack at, especially since we're only looking at using them for very limited purposes.
Now, I don't know what they're made of, and I thought I read nylon on one description, and I had a pair of nylon boots that were very thin, but I loved them. They were hip boots.
Yeah.
And, my purpose of buying the wading pants is that I'm way too old to be out there chest deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a man my age, shouldn't be out there that deep. So that's why I've looked at mid-thigh would be deep enough for me, most streams anyway.
Right. Yeah, most of the ones you frequent or want to fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I might look at those Paramounts, see the reviews, and take a crack at maybe trying them out.
Yeah.
$149.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were boot foot, so you could use your wading shoes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty much like I've decided for winter. It's like, I mean, they're just going to buy a dry suit and call it good, or, go the wading pant route.
Depends which fly you get hung up.
Well, boy, will I be mad if I get a fly stuck in my back of my dry suit if I buy one.
No, it depends on if you get the dry suit, if you're got your musky confidence fly stuck on a log at the bottom of the river.
Oh, I will. Well, if I have a dry suit on, I will definitely go after that thing. Doesn't matter if it's winter. Just make sure I have a wool knit cap.
Well, anything else, gents?
Anything else on the Hendricks by chance? Did we cover most
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
Good.
Basic summary is throw every type of the life cycle for a Hendrickson. They hatch late April through early May, usually good for 2 to 3 weeks. And when they hatch, try and hit them hard.
Yeah.
I think it's...
the males are going to be
the red quill.
And
Red quill,
the
females are the light Hendrickson.
creamy and slightly larger.
Yeah.
The red quill was one of the most interesting flies I have ever tied. I enjoy it. You have to scrape the feathers and stuff off the red quill, and the barbed hackle. You spread those off and you wind. And I just like the look of a quill body fly. I really like it, and that's always been a good, successful fly for me up on Kettle Creek. It's always been a good fly.
I've never tied one, so
they're. I had. In my initial package of buying necks, I bought an India neck, was like $5, and it had real long, unusable feathers on it until I started tying a red quill.
Oh, that's handy.
And I started. I probably still have that over there.
Might be a little past its sell-by date. But
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely by the sell-by date. It's 40 years old.
We threw out a couple of your rabbit faces a couple weeks ago.
The bugs got them, yeah.
Well, I think it's more mold.
There's a bug that gets in there and gets them.
Nah, these were mold.
They don't turn them green and very musty stink, and
Yes, they do.
it was mold.
No, it was mold.
Well, I had a lot of olive faces, too.
Well, as a prior mold certified individual, it was most definitely mold growing on these rabbit faces.
the black quills got into it.
Yeah, there you go.
Goddamn black quills.
But
Yeah, I think that'll about do it.
yeah, just as a reminder, May 2nd, Joe Humphreys is going to be at that Precision Fly and Tackle in State College, precisionflyandtackle.com if you want to look at it. Like I said, I'm genuinely excited about it, so Joe Humphreys is a hero of mine, so I kind of want
there you
to
go.
push it out there.
Yeah.
Go bother the old man.
Yeah.
Search for us on Instagram and YouTube at Dangerous Fly Fishing. Shoot us an email, dangerousflyfishing@gmail.com. And Mr. Cooper, walk us out.
Yeah, as always, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it very much. For those of you that are viewing us on YouTube, we also appreciate it.
No,
all right.
sorry.
So, as always, good luck don't suck, stay dangerous.